Hello team. Now I'm continuing the rant on do I need a preamplifier or not. So this is the case, the number 2 case, when you are using only digital as your source and your DAC has enough gain at the output, but if you just hook it up to the power amp directly, it's just so loud that I want to turn the volume down some days, right? What do you do with that? So now in this case, I don't recommend using an active power amplifier as a solution, because active power amplifiers, I mean preamp, sorry guys, it's really late for me. I mean, not that late, but it's just a lot of work late. And end of the week, I'm really exhausted. So I might be mixing things up when I say, because my videos are zero of them are scripted. They are not scripted. Okay, so they are basically live podcasts. So let's try again this whole thing. So basically you have your deck and you have an output from the deck going into the power amp. You don't want a preamp in the middle when you have enough gain, because then with the preamp you always have to turn the volume down to almost to zero, to very very little. And what you will add from the preamps part is a lot of noise. You will have it operate at a non-optimal region. It will just make your life miserable. No, don't. In that case, what you want to add is a high quality passive preamplifier, which is basically a transformer or an autoformer, because that can change the volume without compromising the impedance interface between your DAC and between your amplifier. Because when you add an autoformer or transformer volume control, at full volume you are getting the exact impedance ratio between your DAC and your impedance, as if there's nothing in between them. And when you are turning the volume down, actually the impedance ratio is getting higher and higher. It's getting better and better. So as you turn the volume down, then basically the ability of your DAC to drive signal home into the power amplifier without distortion, it increases. And that's what you want, right? And if you use instead a passive attenuator, which is basically a resistor, either a pot or stepped attenuator, so basically a ladder of resistors, in that case, that stepped attenuator's impedance will be in parallel with the power amplifier's impedance, and it will make your DAC's life much, much harder, and it will degrade the sound quality significantly. And as you step the volume down and down, the degradation will be more and more pronounced. And even if you put premium quality resistors in the stepped attenuator, you are still going to observe massive, massive blows to the impedance interface between the two units. One way you can fix that, if you what you need to do is get your power amplifier and do a little castration, a little snip snip. So you take out the input impedance resistors and put the passive attenuator in the cabinet of your power amp. So the passive attenuator has to be there. And then basically you are using the input impedance of the stepped attenuator instead of the input impedance of the resistor that was already there. And when you do this change, then it's fine for the power amp. So if you had a 100k resistor as the input impedance, you ditch it out, you put in a 100k input impedance stepped attenuator. The DAC will have the same challenge to drive it. It won't be any different. And that's the best and cheapest solution to do if you want to do, and if you have space in your amplifier to do the modification. if you don't have space in your amplifier and you want a high quality volume control, then add the autoformer or transformer based volume control between the DAC and your amplifier, and you are done basically. So that's it. That's my recommendation for a realistic solution that doesn't involve mortgaging your family and whatnot. So thank you guys, have an awesome day, bye bye.